Hey, this is Dr. Habib. Let's talk COVID-19. What would you rather have, a virus or a bacteria? To simplify things, a virus needs to keep the host alive to sustain itself. A bacteria goes out of its way to destroy the surrounding tissues, thereby, in many cases, killing the organism. So in fact, a virus just makes you feel bad in most cases, and bacteria can actually destroy. That's a basic way of looking at viruses and bacteria. So what is COVID-19? Well, it's a new form of a coronavirus. That's why it was called a novel coronavirus. Of the different coronaviruses, 3 are known to infect humans. This may be the 4th one. In other words, this COVID-19 is a form of a coronavirus that we've not seen before. In other words, your body cannot have immunity to these viruses. Many viruses that you get exposed to, your body has some immunity. This one is brand new. Therefore, that's why COVID-19 is different. So how does the COVID-19 compare with the regular flu? Well, we know a lot about the flu. We know its cycle. We know the different types of A, B, and C influenza. There's a lot we know. And most importantly, people have been exposed to the flu, so they have some degree of immunity. The thing about the COVID-19 is new, and therefore nobody has any immunity. It's never been seen before, and there's a lot we don't know about it. So the similarities are they're both fairly infectious. That means they spread fairly rapidly through airborne droplets, and when they land, then people touch them, and then they take it to their oropharyngeal area, thereby getting the infection. That's a similarity. There are other similarities, which is to say that not only are they fairly contagious, but they can be also fairly damaging, unlike the regular respiratory viruses, because they can cause deaths. About 300,000 to 600,000 people around the world die of the flu, and that's because of the very young and the very old and people with medical problems. Now what's appearing with the COVID-19 is that the young people and who are healthy are not succumbing to the virus. Only people above 60, the average age is 90 of the people who die, but the people with heart disease, lung disease, and low immunity are the ones that are succumbing. And right now, we don't know enough, but as of the information that we have right now, the percentage of fatal coronavirus is quite low, anywhere from 1% to 3%. In other words, the chance of you getting a regular virus is much higher. The chance of you getting a regular flu is much higher. The chance of getting COVID-19 is much lower right now. In terms of lethality, which one is worse, the flu or the coronavirus, COVID-19? With flu, the mortality is about 0.1%. So all the people infected around the world, 1.1% die. With the COVID-19, the percentages are higher. So they say of all the people infected with the COVID-19, about 1% to 3% might be dying. So it's quite significantly higher. However, it's not in the young, people who are under 50, people under 60. It's not in the people who are healthy. It's people who are over 60 with other medical problems like lung disease or heart disease or a low immune function. That's the difference in the lethality. As far as the mechanism of that lethality, as far as the COVID-19 virus, it's at 3 levels. It's at the lung alveoli level. That's where the capillaries and the air sacs connect and the membranes are damaged. It's where there is increased oxidation and there's increased inflammation in the lung. Those are the 3 ways that the virus is damaged. Virus damages the lungs. But the mechanism is that once the body tries to engage and sends its immune cells, it sends it to the lung. And that's where, with persistent battle going on, it then creates the inflammation in the lung. It creates the reactive oxygen species, the oxidation in the lung, and then it damages the membrane between the capillaries and the air sacs. That's the final lethal way that you end up with respiratory failure. So the COVID-19, the proper name is SARS, and that's because of sudden acute respiratory syndrome. So any virus can create that, but this COVID-19 seems to have a propensity for the lung. And so people with lung disease are going to be compromised, people with heart disease will be compromised, and people with low immune function because they just cannot defend themselves against it. Whereas with pneumonia from the flu, you can not only have a viral pneumonia, but because the pneumonia debilitates the very young and the very old, they die from other complications in addition to lung disorders. Now, as far as the precautions go, based on the CDC for the moment, it's to keep safe distance of 3 feet, wash your hands with soap and water, and the third one is that do not touch your face under any circumstances. The ears, the nose, the mouth, this would be a way to transmit the infection. What else can you do beyond that is to make your defense stronger. Your immune system is dependent on a good night's sleep, good nutrition, and a good gut health, because most of your immune system comes from there. So if you want to learn more about these things, about how to optimize your immune system, to optimize your vitamin D level, to optimize your natural killer cells, to make your gut as healthy as possible, you need to understand the protocols behind each and every one of those things. People have been asking me what to take to optimize their immune system. It's a multi-layered approach to optimizing metabolism and immune system, starting with the next focus, which is a combination of methylated B12 at a potency to optimize brain function as well as energy. Vitamin D supports the natural killer cells, which is great antiviral. You've got next fuel, which is a combination to support metabolism and mitochondrial function for energy. Now, in order for gut health, you need a combination of high-quality probiotics with my gut health, which is a potent amino acid to make the gut strong and tight and supports the immune function. Omega-3 is a blend of EPA and DHA to balance the essential fats for better anti-inflammatory function, especially when you combine it with my select mini kit of liposomal vitamins. Liposomals are the most potent and most absorbable nutrients available. They absorb directly into the gut lining, into the lymphatic system, which is your inherent immune system. So when we have liposomal vitamin C, this is a powerful antioxidant. It's as good as getting almost like an IV vitamin C. When you combine that with liposomal glutathione, what you have is the most powerful antioxidant. It's great at detoxifying the liver and again supporting your immune system. And the liposomal CoQ10 for mitochondrial function. Mitochondria is not just for energy, it's your first station as your immune support. This synergy of layers of health are for metabolism as well as optimal immune function. Supplies are limited, so click the link below and order now.